Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Welcome, Kinders. It's Jessica the Story Witch, and I have got a very, very special guest with me today. This is Ella, or Ella Rabbit as she's known on YouTube. It was actually Ella who kind of introduced me to YouTube, really, because obviously I knew it was like a thing, but because she was so keen on watching videos and she started making videos, so she's had a channel longer than I have. So yeah, this is Ella, and I'll link her channel down below as well. You should go and subscribe. She shares lots of things like her stop motion videos and what are you doing? And lots of creative stuff that she does, because she's really kind of creative and artsy, especially in kind of animations and things. We've been doing kind of like moon rituals and things for a little while together now, because she's interested in that kind of path and stuff like that, aren't you? So I've been including her in certain things, you know, so she's been enjoying that. And as part of the things we've been doing, we've been using oracle cards. Her favourite deck so far is Arwen Lynch's Secrets of the Mystic Grove, which is really nice. And we haven't really we've used a couple of tarot decks, but not really so much. It's been more like kind of one card oracle deck kind of things, hasn't it, so far? So you're cuting me out. So I wanted to buy her first deck, but I didn't know what to get. And then I think it was Kellyanne Maddox actually, I saw unboxing this first. So you guys know from the title of the video what this is going to be, but Ella doesn't know what it is yet. She knows that it's a tarot deck because I've talked kind of briefly about that to her before. So she kind of knows a little bit what to expect, but she doesn't know what the deck is going to be like. So I'm hoping that she's going to like it. I'll open the thing because I think it's like bubble wrapped and stuff like that as well. And I'm going to pass it to her so that she can open it up. It arrived while we were on holidays.
It has a unicorn on it.
It does.
What's this? Is it important? Or is that just a label?
Oh, I don't know. It says, hello, sparkly unicorn. Thank you so much for the love and support. Hope the Crystal Unicorn Tarot brings so much magic into your life. And if you're looking for that extra sparkle and glitter, I'd love to invite you to experience the power of potions and essential oils elixirs. So it's from the creator of the deck, and she's offering basically to do a kind of one-on-one call about the oils and things, because there are lots of correspondences with the oils, and I think with the crystals, obviously with the crystals as well in this deck. So
it's got stuff around.
Yeah, should I try and split? I can split that. Let's get it open, come on. So did you see what the name of the deck was?
Unicorn Sparkles.
Crystal Unicorn Tarot. I've seen a couple of people unboxing these. I think what we'll do is once we've opened it and had just like a quick look, we'll turn the camera around so that you can see us actually kind of looking through the cards and seeing all the cards and everything. Okay, so we flip the camera around. I'll give the deck back to Ella and she can take us through it.
So should we... I don't know what we're meant to do here.
That's okay. You haven't watched very many tarot unboxings, if any tarot unboxings, that makes sense. So this is the book. It's only a little, not a little white book, but a little unicorn book. The box is really lovely and feels nice and sturdy, which is cool.
I know.
Yeah?
It smells weird.
I think that's
like
just the
milk.
inks, isn't it? So yeah, that's kind of nice. It's, yeah, it is nice and sturdy. It says on the back, poof yourself into the magical forest of the crystal unicorn, where anything is possible. Tap into your intuition and connect with your crystal unicorn guides to find answers that you need right now. Let this colourful and enchanting deck help you dive into the world of tarot, heal with the unicorns, and get obsessed with crystal magic. Which is lovely, and it says a little bit about Pamela Chen and on the bottom and things like that. So that's the creator of the deck, yeah, Pamela Chen. So yeah, the box is lovely. I think what we'll do is, if I tell you what, I'll hold the cards up to the camera so they can see it, and then I'll pass it to you so you can give your kind of, it's kind of weirdly arranged. It doesn't start with the majors. This is the back. And obviously fully reversible, which is cool. Kelly Bay did a really nice walkthrough of this as well, so if you want to see and probably more sensible, although she laughed her way through it quite a lot as well. So maybe hers will be a bit more sensible, we'll see. So yeah, the suit of the cups is the first suit in the deck. Here you go, Els, do you want to grab it in? What do you think about that?
How do you say that?
So yeah, because it's in, that's the only thing I thought might be a problem, is that you do struggle a little bit with reading the cursive, especially if it's in like really fancy cursive, but this is Ace of Cups.
Oh, so
okay.
You might need to help me with the writing, because I don't know the Because when it's fancy, I can't really
Yeah,
write
it is, and it is fancy, but you'll soon read it, and you can see anyway, can you see the cup on the deck?
Yeah.
And look who's holding the cup. A unicorn. It's a hoof, not a hand. And that was one of the things that I really loved about this deck, is that, well, apart from obviously the colours and the unicorns and everything, is that the symbolism is still very true to Rider-Waite-Smith. So I think it's going to be an excellent deck, which will be easy to transition from then into learning to use any sort of Rider-Waite-Smith based system then, really. Oh, look at that.
Aww.
They're
having a picnic.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a picnic. They've got their
little crowns.
They have got little crowns on. I think lots of the unicorns are wearing crowns in this deck, which is so lovely. And they've all got like little crystals on their bums.
Cutie marks.
Cutie marks, yeah. If you watch My Little Pony, they've got cutie marks. But yeah, these have got very cutie crystal marks on them. Oh, what do you think?
What's
that
one called?
That's called the Two of Cups. So they're just going in order now through the suit of the cups. So hold it down just a touch.
3 cups.
Yeah, 3 of Cups. So that's showing it on the camera.
You can see the 3 cups.
Yeah, and the 3 unicorns holding them in their mouths.
They've got nice flower crowns.
They have got nice flower crowns, yeah, and there's lots of nice little bits of symbolism of flowers and fruit and things around the place as well, which is lovely. And the suit of cups, we haven't done much with tarot, like I said, yeah, it's been mainly oracle. So, but the suit of cups is usually around emotions and love and things like that. What do you think of that?
4 of cups.
Yeah, the form. What do you think of that card?
I really like it. It looks a bit like, you know, that, is it a nursery rhyme where the girl sits down and something?
Little Miss Muffet. It does a bit. What do you think of the unicorn looks like in it?
They're all the same unicorn.
Yeah, they're similar. I don't think they're exactly the same. This one's the pink hair unicorn. But do you think, how is he or she, I don't know, is he or she feeling, do you think, in that picture?
Sad.
Yeah. So even though they haven't got a lot of expression, so you know when you get this card, you know, it might be a little bit more like, he's sort of saying, oh, I don't really want that cup. Sometimes the meaning of this card is like, you're not noticing, you're looking at the things you've lost, you know, the things that the empty cups, and you're not noticing that you've got a full cup, so you're not noticing there's new opportunities coming, you're just looking at the opportunities and things that might have passed you by. So I think that is, you can see that he or she is sad, can't you? And that is one of the nice things actually as well, is that it's not gendered either, it's not like male and female unicorns.
Unicorn.
They're just unicorns, yeah. Although I suppose unicorns generally kind of appeal more to... So they're the numbers, but they're in Roman numerals.
Oh.
So that is, in Roman numerals, that's a number 5, a V, which is what it is, and then they add those little lines sometimes as a number 5. So, and also then it says the number underneath here as well, doesn't it?
5 of cups.
5 of cups, yeah.
The unicorn still looks sad a little bit.
Yeah, why do you think it's sad?
It's got too many.
Well, what's happened to the cups?
They've all fallen over.
Yeah, they've spilled over. So yeah.
That means she's forgetting her memories or something like that.
It could be, yeah, you know, it's like, like things are kind of seeping away, love is kind of being lost out and things. Yeah, that's one way of seeing it. You can also look into the backgrounds of the cards as well, and that will sometimes give you clues as to what other things are kind of going on.
Stuff like
Yeah, there's a river flowing under a bridge and things there. Are you okay? Are you uncomfortable? You can stay there if you want to. I'll hold the cards up and you can just look at it if that makes it easier. So that's the 6 of Cups.
They look a little bit happy now.
They do look happy, don't they? That looks almost like maybe a mum and a baby unicorn, perhaps. Or sister unicorns. Yeah. And there's a 7 of Cups. What do you think of that one?
Well, I think that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. A unicorn head. What about the one next door? Like a unicorn head with a like a sheet over it, so you can't really see what's going on. And that cup is very much about like kind of choosing and not always being able to see what the true choice is before you pick. So the unicorn looks like he's trying to choose. Well, like which cup should this unicorn choose?
They're all kind of weird.
They are all kind of weird. And that's the point sometimes. Sometimes none of the choices are the right choice. And then this is the 8 of Cups.
She looks sad. She's leaving her cups.
Walking away, yeah. So sometimes it's walking away from a situation when it's kind of finished, you know, which can feel really sad sometimes. 9 of Cups. Nice hat.
Yeah.
Looks very pleased with it himself or herself. Like, yeah, look at all my cups. And 10 of Cups. I love this card.
That's a very nice card.
Yeah, look at
Looks
the...
like a mum and a dad and then like a brother and sister.
Yeah, so like a happy family with all their rainbow cups.
They have rainbow cups.
That's lovely. And then the Page of Cups. You know, like in when we have playing cards, you have like the Knight, the King, and the Queen. In tarot, you also have a Page, which is like a kind of younger person usually. Like, you know, like a page boy. Sometimes people have page boys in weddings, don't they? So it's like a page. Not explaining it very well. The colours are just so lovely, aren't they? They're really kind of bright, but still not too in your face. And that's the Knight of Cups, looking very...
I was going to say he looks like he's a robot.
Yeah.
A cyborg. A cyborg unicorn.
Yeah, I think that's the face cover thing, isn't it? The like mask stuff.
Yeah.
I suppose it's supposed to make him look like a knight. But yeah, it's covering his crystal as well, actually. Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it, because perhaps that could have implications for the meaning as well. You know, it's like looking like something's a bit hidden if you're wearing a mask as well. Then there's the Queen of Cups.
That's a nice blanket she's got.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a cape or something, but yeah, it does look like a horse blanket.
Yeah.
And a very fancy throne. And the King of Cups.
I think the ones with the blue hairs are meant to be boys and the ones with the...
Yeah, maybe. Although that's kind of not even blue, it's like a purpley, isn't it? But yeah, I suppose it is a bit more blue.
It looks blue on camera, sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
like
that
more purpley.
it doesn't look quite the same on camera as it does to us here, does it?
Yeah.
The colours aren't
It's more
quite
light
the same.
here, but then it's a tiny bit
Little bit darker. Yeah, it's hard to get the right lighting, isn't it, to show these cards. They feel lovely. The quality of them does feel really, really lovely. They're like not shiny, but they are
smooth.
Smooth, and they feel
like soft skin, but hair.
Yeah, like they're not too glossy or shiny. They just feel smooth and soft. So this is where you would normally expect to start the deck with the majors. So this is the Fool, which is somebody who's just learning, they're just starting out on their journey. And I think all of these are going to have different crystals. So I think that's a clear quartz there. And so
Where's the crystal on all of these ones?
well, I think all of those had the same crystal. I think they all had this same pink, probably a rose quartz, I expect, on their thumbs. So I think they were all the same because they were all the same suit. I think they all had the same crystal, whereas I think now as we're going through what's called the majors, these are all going to have different crystals on them. I expect in the book it will tell us a little bit about that as well. So
and how they come with the story.
Yeah, because this is the bit that tells quite a... Obviously the minors tell a story as well, but this is the story, the kind of fool's journey story. This is the magician.
There's the crystal.
Yeah, there's the crystal, and that also looks like quartz, so maybe...
Yeah, I think
But that's like a
it's
kind
the
of
same
cluster.
crystal.
Perhaps it is, but maybe because it's more of a cluster now, it's more a bit more kind of established.
On infinite sign.
Yeah, the infinity symbol over the head. Yeah, and those flowers as well. Lots of interesting images in these cards. And then this is the High Priestess.
It looks like she's playing video game.
What do you think? She looks like she's on her laptop. Oh no, I think it's supposed to be a scroll.
Yeah.
But yeah. I bet she'd be very good at video games because she's very intuitive and she knows sometimes what's going to happen before it happens. And then this is the Empress. Oh, she's got a different crystal. That looks like a jade or something there.
Looks like an emerald.
Oh, yeah, it could be an emerald, yeah.
Oh, is that a crystal?
Yeah, that is some sort of blue We can look these up. We'll look these up in a minute as well.
To show you what all the crystals are, I think that might be an emerald.
Yeah.
It just looks like the emerald in Minecraft, so I'm just...
Yeah, Minecraft's quite good for learning about stones, actually, isn't it? And then there's the Emperor.
That looks like a ruby.
A ruby. Yeah, probably.
It looks like there's mice popping.
Yeah. I think they're supposed to be like skulls, like ram skulls, because he's linked to Aries, which is the sign of the ram, you know, in
Is that
astrology.
like meant to be a background? Or is that
Yeah.
meant to be like wallpaper?
I don't know, it does look kind of flat, doesn't it? But I think it is supposed to be like a background, yeah. And she's supposed to be like out in a field, the Empress. And this is the Hierophant, who's like a kind of teacher.
Like the crystal. Like, what?
Oh,
the
yeah.
2 keys have
The
to...
2 keys crossed over.
That might be lapis.
It could be lapis, yeah. Yeah, that's a good shout for that, I think. Yeah, we can look up what they say, because it'll tell us all this in the book as well. This is the Lovers.
That kind of looks like a pink ruby as well.
Yeah, although sometimes because it's love, I think it might be rose quartz like it was on the cups, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I like how, look, it's got
It's
like
meant to be like a unicorn
the different
god.
symbolism here. Yeah, like a unicorn god, yeah, it is. And then the Chariot.
What's a chariot?
A chariot is like a carriage that rides. You have 2 horses. Well, not just 2 horses, but you can sometimes have other horses. But this hasn't got horses pulling the chariot. It's got sphinxes.
Because he is a
That might be a bit weird, isn't it?
horse is pulling.
Yeah, that would be cool and kind of weird. And then this is Strength. We got the lion there with the
Infinite unicorn.
with the who's also got the infinity symbol. Yeah, above her head.
Wait, where's the crystal?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh wait.
Oh,
is
it's
that
there.
it?
Yeah, it looks like maybe tiger's eye, perhaps.
Oh, and there's the crystal in that one.
Yeah, they've all got crystals, and we can. That's one of the other reasons why I bought this view, is because it's also going to be really helpful, I think, for learning about the different crystals and the properties of the crystals as well.
With the crystal.
So that one is the Hermit. What do you think that crystal might
I think
be?
it might be emerald like the other one.
Perhaps, yeah.
I'm not sure. It might have changed though.
Yeah, it might be like a peridot or something as well, or
I
no,
don't
it's
know
quite
many
green.
jewels, so I'm just saying.
The
If
ones
it's
you
green,
know.
it's an emerald. if it's blue, it's either a diamond or maybe lapis.
Well, that'll be the good thing, is that you'll learn lots of different stones. And you know, I've got lots of these stones here as well, haven't I? So we can actually see the real stones, not just the pictures of them as well.
That doesn't
The
look
Wheel
like
of
an emerald.
Fortune. No, that looks like maybe malachite, perhaps. We'll have to have a look at that anyway. Justice, with the scales
Justice.
in her mouth.
Where's the...
And there's the stone.
Oh, I thought that was a pillow.
Yeah, it looks strange, doesn't it? Like a kind of weird shaped stone.
Orangey red.
Yeah, maybe no, it doesn't look well, it could be a carnelian, perhaps. It doesn't look
It
dark
looks
kind
like
of
red and then like going on to orange and then sort of white.
The hanged unicorn.
I thought you were holding it upside down.
I know, I still do that sometimes in some decks. It's like, oh, what's that going on? But no, this is supposed to be like, you know, in
that looks like a diamond,
it does look like a diamond.
but it's
yeah.
not shaped like a diamond.
No, so I wonder, we'll have to look them up, like I said. But yeah, it's
This one
supposed to be
looks
like looking at a
cool
different
upside down.
perspective. Yeah, it does look cool upside down. But the idea is, you know, like in Big Hero 6, when they say get a different perspective, shake things up a little bit and stuff like that, you know, it's like seeing things in a different way. So if you get this card, it's sometimes saying you need to
Change things up a bit.
yeah, you know, sometimes it means waiting as well, you know, just like hanging around for a while. And then this is the Death card.
It looks just like the other
The Knight,
unicorn.
yeah,
the Knight
it does look a bit
unicorn.
like the Knight, because it's got the standard and the mask and everything
It's
on
kind
again.
of got
then, yeah.
more armour on than the other.
It has,
Knight had.
yeah, it has got more armour.
And what's that crystal, do you think?
I think that's probably a tourmaline, or it could be.
It looks a bit like the shape of the rock that we have
I think
in
it's
the
a
bathroom.
I've got,
But it's
yeah.
grey.
Yeah, so maybe it could be smoky quartz, perhaps that's what we've got in the bathroom, but I think it looks darker than that. I think it's supposed to be darker than that,
Yeah,
even though there's no black in this deck, there's only very dark grey.
I
There's
use black and
Temperance.
sometimes very, very
Oh wow, look at that. Wonder what that is. That looks lovely, doesn't it? Do you think that's
get
one
that
crystal
jewel.
or a few different? Yeah, me too. That looks amazing. Then there's the devil. Dun dun dun.
Devil unicorn. It looks a bit more like a bull unicorn.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. A goat, I think, is supposed to be, isn't it? Because people see the devil as like a goat man.
What's this?
Um,
Looks like a diamond again, just a grey diamond.
We'll look these up in a minute. And then the tower, which is like everything comes crashing down around you.
Poor unicorn.
Yeah, falling out of the tower. And there's like a pinky red stone there as
That
well.
looks like love quartz, just darker.
Yeah. I wonder, though it looks kind of, it's not opaque. I wonder. This is the star, which is one of my favourite cards in the whole deck. That's beautiful,
Is that
isn't
meant
it?
to be the jewel?
Yes, I think it is meant to be the jewel. It looks to me like it might be turquoise,
Yeah.
which would make sense actually, because this is kind of an
Shiny
Aquarian card. Yeah. And the moon. You're not you're uncomfortable, aren't you? So
Yeah,
when
can
you're
I just-
wiggling around.
It's because the mat's moving.
Okay, that's fine. Are you okay? You comfy now?
If I sit down, though, I'm not going to be able to see what's happening on the camera.
You don't have to look at the camera. I can still see that, so that's okay. And you're just gonna have a look at the cards and see what you think of those. So that's the moon, which is very similar to the kind of Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which I haven't actually shown you that deck, but yeah, it's all of these majors are very similar to the symbolism that is in those. Lots of sunflowers here in the sun card.
Wait, there's a jewel.
Judgment. We better speed it up a bit, otherwise we're never going to get through all these. But yeah, still
So it's
looking
a
for the
lot of
jewels.
cards.
There's 78.
There's the
And that's the world card, so that's the completion of the majors. So obviously we've done one suit already actually, so we're not doing too bad. So these are the pentacles, and actually I saw that apparently one of these cards has got the wrong...
Oh, no.
Sorry, we had to stop it then because my little boy was had realised that we were missing and was calling us. He's like, hello! So yeah, I saw that apparently on one of these pentacles cards, I can't remember exactly which one, but they've actually put the wrong number on there, so we should check how many pentacles are on each of these cards. So this could make this deck very rare, which would be cool, because I expect they'll correct it when they do reprints of this deck, because this is like it's not one you can just buy in shops, you know, it's been bought specially. Yeah, so that's the Ace of Pentacles, again with a hoof.
That's the first
The
one.
Two of Pentacles, which has got two pentacles on it. And yeah,
Oh,
look,
and
can you
it's got
see
the cutie
these?
mark there.
Yeah, so because this one's a minors again now, so these unicorns have got the cutie marks, and I think these will all have the same. Yes. So each suit has got its own crystal, which is associated with it. That's the Three of Pentacles.
Is it meant to be the Three Kings? Because it looks like the same type of costume that the Three Kings.
Yeah,
have.
it's not supposed to be the Three Kings, but yeah, that is an interesting parallel. But yeah, they're kind of designing this church space or special space that they're making.
Yeah.
And then this is the person who's actually building it. Yeah. Then the Four of Pentacles. What do you think of that?
It looks like he wants everything.
Why did you say that? What's he doing?
He's keeping one on his head, he's holding one, and he's got one underneath his two legs.
Yeah, and often that does mean people who like don't want to.
Anyone to touch this stuff.
Yes, they don't want people to touch their stuff. So already, look, the cards are speaking to you. They're telling you their meanings, which is really cool. The Five of Pentacles. What do you think
It
of that?
looks like it's Christmas and it's snowing and...
Yeah. Do they look happy?
No, they don't look very happy. They look scared about
Yeah.
the snow.
Yeah. What are they missing? What can they?
The sun, and they're scared it's not going to come back.
What are they not noticing though? That's there on the card.
There's all the stars here.
Yeah, all the pentacles are there for them, but they're just not seeing it. So often that card means that it's like there's something really wonderful there, but you're just not seeing it. Yeah. So Six of Pentacles.
It looks like they're poor.
Yeah. And she's giving them some stuff, isn't she? Sometimes it's seen as being that. She's doling out things to the poor, but not always equally, although the scales suggest people are getting what they deserve. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, we weren't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that has got 6. and that has got 5. Has that got 7? Yeah, that has got 7.
Yeah.
So that's the 7 of Pentacles. That's a card very much about like kind of working hard and applying yourself to doing stuff. You can see that it's got a hoe in its mouth and it's definitely working hard on growing those pentacles.
More
And then
like a
the
shovel
8.
to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I think that's
8.
a shovel.
Yeah, maybe it's a shovel. I thought it was a hoe. Yeah, so that has got 8. And that has got 9. So I think it's right, actually. So none of ours are wrong. If it was the I think it was the Pentacles that was the suit that was supposed to be wrong. So that also, look, is about learning your craft. That's okay. Maybe just do it a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
And then 9 of Pentacles. That's a lovely card.
Looks like making friends.
Yeah, and enjoying all the lovely things, all the grapes and all the nice stuff in the world.
Sharing, basically.
Yeah, and sharing. Yeah, sharing your abundance. And 10 of Pentacles.
It looks like there's a rich family with 2 dogs. And
Yes, and they've got the castle and everything. It's quite
is that
similar.
meant to be its dress?
Yes, I think so. A very
It's
fancy
cape and
outfit.
it's walking this way.
Yeah. So, did you remember the 10 of Cups we saw as well, which was like the rainbow family and everything?
This was like a pot, and it was just.
Yeah, it could be. Do you remember that 10 of Cups card we saw with the rainbow and the family and everything? This is obviously the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10s are about that. They're kind of like about the happy endings, you know? The ends of the cycles.
Because it's 10.
Because it's 10. Yeah, exactly. And then there's the Page of Pentacles, starting out on their journey. The Knight, again wearing the armour.
Mm-hmm. Looks like that's the sun, and then.
Yeah, they do sometimes look like suns, Pentacles. There's the Queen of Pentacles. Not so fancy her throne, she's just out in nature, isn't she? She hasn't got a throne like the Queen of Cups. And there's the King of Pentacles, and he has got a throne.
He's got a throne like the
like the King of Cups.
Queen of Cups had. No, wait, the King, because they had the mice, but he's got tigers. These 2 are more attached to nature than the Cups one.
Yes, because Pentacles, the suit of Pentacles is very much about the earth and nature, you know, and that sort of thing. Whereas the Cups is more about, like I say, like the emotions and things. And water, the suit of water, that's why it's Cups. Sorry, I'm wiggling the camera around by accident as well. Ace of Swords, so this is a new suit now. This is the suit of Swords. Okay, there's the 2 of Swords.
Why are they blindfolded?
Why do you think? What does that make you think, that card, when you see it?
She's blinded from what she's doing.
Yes, exactly. And you've got to make it. The swords usually represent like thoughts and mental energy thing, you know, mind energy. So it's like she's got to choose she's got to make a decision, but she can't see the right way to choose, you know. Sometimes that's what that can mean. Or it can mean indecision. It means you're not choosing when you need to choose something. The 3 of Swords.
Kind of looks like happy ending sort of thing, but it's the 3 of Swords, so why wouldn't it be the 10 of Swords?
Yeah, because is it happy though if all those swords are going into that heart, do you think?
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. Exactly that. And that card is very much about heartbreaking. And then 4 of Swords.
She looks like she's very sad.
Yeah, or maybe even asleep sometimes, but yeah, very sad.
She looks like she's in the position that would be a sleeping position.
For a unicorn.
For a unicorn.
Too much in her mind, really, isn't it? I think too much.
Sleeping on it.
Yeah, sleeping on it. Brilliant. Yeah, and often that card can mean that it's time to sleep on it, you know. Yeah, lovely. I think these are going to be really lovely to read with. 5 of Swords. That's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks like she's left everyone else.
Yeah, people sometimes see this as being like you've won the battle. Like if you were arguing with somebody, you've won the argument, but it's almost like it's not worth it because you've lost your friends because of it, you know? So it can mean that sometimes.
Losing, but winning.
Yeah.
Winning but losing.
Winning but also losing. Yeah, exactly. 6 of Swords.
That's creepy looking.
Yeah. Yeah,
Looks
sometimes
like a magician unicorn.
sometimes that is seen as being like you're kind of just taking your stuff and kind of going away, but because you're taking the swords with you, it's like you're starting again, but you're not completely starting afresh because you're still taking all your old ideas and things with you as well.
So it's like going off but preparing.
Going off, but still carrying some of the issues with you, you know, so you can't quite let go of the things that have already happened to you, the ideas and things you've already got about the world. 7 of Swords.
It looks like she's carrying too much.
Yeah, carrying too much. And some people say it's because she's stolen some of those. Sometimes this card comes out because somebody's being a bit sneaky. That's obviously just one meaning of these cards. You can read them. That's the lovely thing about them, is they've got lots of possibilities of different meanings. This is the 8 of Swords.
So I would think she's blinded again from what she can choose, and there's so many opportunities but she just can't see them yet.
She can't see the opportunities, yeah. And also, what do you notice about her legs?
They're tied up and she can't grab.
Yeah.
Well, grab. I mean, take in what she wants to have.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes people see it as like you feel like you're trapped, but you're not actually trapped, because you can easily quite shake out of those ribbons, you know, and get on with things. But yeah, like I say, there's lots of possibility. There's the 9 of Swords.
She looks sad. That's definitely sleeping.
Yeah.
She's in a bed.
Yeah, so sleeping, sometimes bad dreams, and you know, or sometimes having it hard to sleep because you've got so much on your mind. And oh dear, this is not a happy 10.
Why is it blood coming down? Because she had too many memories and.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is because it is a 10, it means it's the end, doesn't it? So it means you can start a whole new fresh again after that anyway. So it's like that's the end. So even though it's a really bad time, it's going to be a new start, a fresh start, yeah. There's the Page of Swords, carrying a sword. Kelly pointed out in her video, which I thought was funny, that all of the unicorns are holding the sword in their mouths. Do you think that's a sensible thing to do? Not really, but somehow they still look cute.
If they hold it with their hoof, that'd be even more dangerous.
That would be weird as well, but they could hold the handle in their mouth, couldn't they, instead of holding the blade?
Yeah.
That'll probably be a bit more sensible.
If you poked your tongue out too far, you'd slice off your tongue.
Cut your tongue off. Queen of Swords. In it, she's got a very fancy throne, hasn't she?
It looks like a sofa.
And can you see those butterflies and things in there? And the wings, these are not just any old unicorns.
There's only one bird.
Yeah, but this suit, the swords, is also to do with air and that kind of thinking.
Having space.
Space, yeah. There's a lot of space in the skies as well. That you can learn a lot from looking at the skies in tarot cards. There's lots of information there.
How many is there left? Because
there's not many left. Which almost
yeah.
This is the King of Swords, so he's the last of the swords. It's a very interesting looking. It looks like almost like a door or a lift or something ready to go through, doesn't it? To something else. That's interesting. And then this is the last suit, which is wands, which they are like proper magic wands. They've got crystals on the tops of them, which is cool.
Yeah.
There's the 2 of Wands.
She looks like she's looking up to a new opportunity or something.
Yeah, definitely a new opportunity. Looking for a new adventure or something. Look what she's got on her back.
On her back, there's a globe.
Yeah, what do you think that might
I couldn't
mean?
notice that because it looks like.
I know. I think it's supposed to be almost like it's not. You're not noticing it because it doesn't look like it's too heavy for her or anything. Like she's carrying a lot of weight. Does it? It looks fine, but it's like she's almost
got
just.
Cutie mark.
Yeah, she's got her cutie mark. The 2 of Wands, and then the 3 of Wands. What's that unicorn doing?
He's looking out for air, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
He's almost ready to set off, isn't he? If you think this one is kind of thinking about what adventure they want to have.
He's getting ready to set off.
Yeah, he's almost ready to set sail, isn't he? He's almost on that boat. He's like, yeah, I'm totally catching that next boat when it comes in.
When it comes in, I'm paying my unicorn money for that.
I'm on. Yeah. I don't know what unicorn's paying, but whatever they paying, then yes. Oh, look, they look like they're holding
They're probably paying jewels. That's why they all have jewels.
Yeah, maybe. They paying their jewels and their crystals. 4 of Wands. That looks like a nice card, doesn't it? I think they look like they're getting married.
Why are they holding trees?
Yeah, they trees. Kelly said they look like broccoli when she did her video.
Oh yeah, they do. Look like
But yeah, they could be trees. So I think they're supposed to be like unicorn bouquets of flowers. And then the 5 of Wands.
It looks like they're all teaming up to go somewhere.
Yeah, it could be like a. But what do you notice they're doing with the wands?
They are fighting.
Yeah, they are fighting. And sometimes the 5 of Wands can be about fighting, you know, and kind of working out what you're really supposed to be doing and things. And then the 6 of Wands.
They've all come together.
Yeah, they're all working together now, aren't they? Whereas all these wands are all kind of pointing in all different directions, and they're not working together at all, are they?
They're going in different directions.
They are, and now in the 6 of Wands, look, they're all kind of lined up and they're working
coming
together. Yeah.
Leadership.
Yeah. 7 of Wands.
I think that might be the leader and she's helping them.
Yeah, that could be a way of seeing it. Yeah, 7s are funny cards in tarot. Often they can have multiple meanings, you know, depends on how they pop out when you're using them. And yeah, 7 of Wands, some people see that as being challenged, so that the other people are challenging. But I see what you're saying. It almost looks like the other ones are kind of saluting, don't they, in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting reading of that card. And then 8 of Wands.
They look like they're going to fight someone.
Yeah, they're all shooting through the sky like spears, aren't they? It usually means when you see this card is that things are happening really fast. You know, almost like kind of things are just shooting along and you can't. Too fast sometimes, yeah, too fast. And then 9 of Wands. That's a funny card, isn't it?
It looks like they're all lining up underneath the hills and just poke their wands up for the photo.
Yeah, just popped all their wands there ready. They're almost resting their wands now, aren't they? They're coming toward near the end of the cycle, but not completely at the end.
She looks like she's giving up.
Wow, taking her wands and starting something new, I think, isn't it? It's time to kind of finish this cycle, and what that is because it is a 10 and it is the end of that particular cycle. It's time to put all those particular wands down and figure out kind of what's going to happen next. And there's our Page of Wands.
That's nice.
It is nice, yeah.
Because it kind of looks like the girl, but she was looking this way.
Yeah, so sometimes the direction they're looking in, especially if you're going to start using cards, you know, like laying a few cards out together, the directions that people or unicorns are facing in can tell you a lot as well. Knight of Wands. It hasn't quite got so much armour, look, it's more just the face, isn't it? Which is interesting.
It looks like the places are changing, like the knights. This looks kind of medieval.
Yeah, it does look a bit medieval. I think the outfits might be to do with that, maybe.
Yeah.
Look, they do kind of match up, look, the mountains. That's interesting, you can kind of play around with doing things like that with them as well.
They look like the same person.
Yes, you could even say, right, well, this is the knight, and the page kind of grows into the knight, you know, and they are wearing the same clothes, so it could be this is the person when they're still a child, and they're kind of looking up to that wand, thinking one day I'm going to be using that wand.
And now he's grown up a bit and he's using it.
Yeah.
And now he's come to the point where he's a king.
Yeah,
Wait,
same.
It's this card now.
I didn't notice that with Page. So yeah, Queen of Wands slots in there, and there's the Queen on her throne.
Yeah.
And then the final card we've got here now is the King of Wands. Yeah, that's interesting what you spotted with the similarity of this unicorn. I didn't notice if that was the same in the other suits as well. I think I've got a feeling some of the pages were more maybe going towards the Queen. But yeah, that's really interesting, really interesting. We'll have a look at what those different things were, but I'm not going to do that now on the camera, otherwise this video is literally going to be so long. So I just want to
It's already
say
been ages.
it has been long.
Let me see, because you can see.
I know, but we stopped it, didn't we? So
Oh,
we
yeah.
started it again, so it is going to be really long. I think it's going to be like over half an hour. So if you've stuck with us all the way through, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Ella for being part of this video. My first ever guest. My first ever guest, and obviously the most special of special guests. And I hope you like this, because this is for you to use and for you to learn how to use, which is lovely.
And then what the jewels are.
Yeah, learn what the jewels are. We can find.
These three cards don't have any jewels.
Well, I think they do. I think the jewels are here in their wands, and also I think they probably do have them. They're just covered with their.
They all have the same wand, and they're all wearing the same clothes. And
Yeah.
they kind of all look like the same.
The wands have
character.
all had the same all the way through. Yeah.
I know. It's
And they
just
have. It's the
they
same
look
as
like
on
the
there.
same
But this
sort
does
of-
look like the same actual unicorn, doesn't it? Shall I just look? I'll just look up what the one for the wands is, so we can see what the name of what that crystal is.
I hope I can be here again.
It's got some spreads and things in it as well. I'm probably looking in the wrong place. I'm hoping it is going to tell us.
And when your channel gets bigger, you might get to see bigger, more popular witches.
So here it does, yeah. So it does tell you all the different. You're right. The Empress has got an emerald. The Lovers isn't rose quartz, it's morganite, and it was lapis lazuli for the Hierophant. Yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, our Justice was carnelian, just didn't look quite. But I think that's because of the colourings of the card. But yeah, I won't bore everyone by reading through all of the different things. Okay, so
In
the
the start
crystal
of your
here
neck.
is a smoky quartz, so it does tell you at the start of each of the minors what the crystal is.
Maybe in the start of your next video or something, you can read through.
I think maybe what we might do is perhaps once you've got to grips with the cards a little bit more, maybe like in a few months or something, then maybe you could do a video about it. That would be really cool. About how you've kind of learnt more about the crystals, and you could show some of the crystals with the cards in as well. Let us know in the comments if you'd like that. I would definitely love to see that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ella, for being here with me, and warmest blessings, and I will see you very soon. Da, 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 da.